here today with our women's cross-country team. In the middle is Shawnee State head coach, director of track and field cross-country, Connor Flynn. To his left is Jessica Ewick, and to his right is Olivia Cisco. Guys, great to have you. And we'll start with, finishing as the runner-up last year in 2023, having gone through a full off season together. What's the optimism like for what you can accomplish, not only from a conference standpoint, but from a national standpoint together?
Yeah, so last year we finished up runner-up at the River States Conference Championships. That was actually, in our opinion, well, maybe not in our opinion, but in the opinions of everybody else outside the program, that was an overachievement, if you could say, because we were ranked 4th most of the year. We got 2nd, and I will say firsthand that team is not the same team we have on campus right now. The women's team has grown, the women's team has matured. A team of mostly freshmen and sophomores, now sophomores and juniors. They just have a whole different vibe to the team, a whole different maturity and focus. The fire they bring each day, you can tell they're ready to accomplish something great this year. So I would say the conference is definitely within reach.
Yeah, I agree with Connor. Last year, we were very young. Like, everybody that was coming in was kind of freshman and sophomore. And like he said, we're not the same team we were last year. Everyone kind of counted us out last year, and probably won't happen again this year. But I definitely think that going into conference, we worked really hard this summer. We worked really well as a team. We're very driven. We're very close with each other. And I definitely think that we can take on the conference and win it for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what they were saying. We've had a really strong summer training. We've all worked super hard. We're definitely a lot older. Now we know what we're doing a little bit more. We're kind of settled in. We got the group of college running, competing collegiately. And I think just our team bond is just super strong. We support each other so well, and we really want to run for each other. So I think that makes us stand out a lot.
Connor, having most of your all-conference runners return for 24 is fantastic. And just elaborate further on the gains that you've seen out of your all-conference runners and the whole team.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they were all really young last year, so
right.
There's growing pains, there's progress that can be made, and there's actually more progress than maybe we expected just in the spring outdoor season.
Right.
We had several freshmen, set 2-3 minute PBs in the 5K, and they just have a successful summer, or a successful spring that led into a successful summer, and we're just really looking forward to it because, like I said, the feeling around the team now is not what it was last year, and that's a compliment to what it is now. We're thankful to have basically everybody on the team back. It just allows us to grow more, become stronger, and basically look forward to achieving higher goals.
Olivia and Jessica, what's it been like having Coach Flynn, Coach Freitag on staff? I know they've both been very supportive and huge for you guys as you've developed as younger people.
Well, obviously me transferring from RIO, I was kind of following Coach Dean, and I fully have trust in him 100%. I mean, Dean was kind of who I looked up to whenever I first got here, because obviously Connor stepped in and really took on a big role, kind of had some big shoes to fill. But I also now have grown to fully put my trust in Connor. I'm a little bit hard-headed. I kind of freak out a little bit, but he definitely can calm me down and I kind of just put my faith, my trust into him and trust his training, and I know that he's going to help me do what I really need to do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They've been super, super supportive. They really push us to be our best and help us believe in ourselves, because a lot of us, we overthink a lot, so they definitely make sure we have confidence and remind us that we can do this and that we worked really hard, and they just push us to be our absolute best.
Lastly, as you look through the cross-country schedule, which meets or teams stand out to you? Kind of like with the men, you guys are going to a lot of the traditional meets that you've seen in the past, and as well as the Thundering Herd Invitational. That's kind of a newer one that you opened the season with. So got to be excited about what you have in front of you.
Yeah, we are very excited. Like I said, it's the easy goal is conference nationals. However, I think if this women's team isn't focused on trying to win the conference, then their sights are in the wrong place. I've said many times, they have different goals. We have different goals on the women's side than we do on the men's side. Very different teams, very different perspectives. And this women's team, we're looking for conference championships. We are, in my opinion, we're looking to be ranked. And I know we can't control that, but I know that we're one of the 25 best teams in this country. And we're hoping to show that as the year goes on. But mainly just looking forward to each meet, one meet at a time, because that might be even more more important for the women's team than the men's team, making sure that we're getting better each meet, because at the end of the year, we have one main goal, which I believe is everybody's goal, but we think that's very achievable, and we know that we have the pieces and the athletes to get that done. So.
Yeah, definitely, obviously our main goal is the conference meet, but I think that our meets leading up to it, especially the larger ones, it's really important for us to put what we do in workouts into the meets. In workouts, we really build off of each other. We try to pack run as much as possible, which I think that that's what happened last year at conference. That's why we were counted out. That's why we did get second, even though we were very young, very inexperienced, is because we know that we can put our trust in each other, just like we do in every single meet building up to the conference. So I just think that those meets leading up are really going to help us learn how to pack run, learn how we need to take on conference so that we can win it.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's something we've really been working on, is just pack running, working together, pushing each other through the races. But we're definitely focused on conference and hopefully nationals. I think we've been working super hard already. We're excited.